did take a free university course at Michigan State,
Mhm.
and that taught me a few things. And then from there, I just started accumulating these stories in my head.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you were just
Logan
to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're exploring the thin line between reality and imagination with a thought-provoking collection of short fiction. The name of the book, What If? And it is written by one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite guests. His name is Joseph Ingerson Mahar. And in the book, he transforms everyday encounters into unforgettable stories filled with mystery, humor, and unsettling twists. Inspired by real-life moments and written during his travels between farms, this book invites readers to ask one powerful question. What if? We're delighted to have this very talented author join us once again here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Writers Branding for helping us put him on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Joe, thanks so much for joining me here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to
Appreciate
have
it.
you back on the show. Your book is fantastic. Tell the folks at home a little bit about the title first. What If? What's that all about?
What if is a critical question that you can use in almost any kind of a situation. Storytelling, military maneuvers, research. It's a very basic question, and there's endless possibilities for answers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you have worked as an entomologist during your career. So tell us a little bit about how that influenced your writing, influenced your work, influenced your nature of storytelling.
Well, okay, that's a little difficult in some ways. Uh, the entomology was my life for 42 years, and I learned a terrific lot on being on farms and seeing pest populations and so on. And many times I was asking myself, what if we did this or did that for control and so on? So not directly, but it certainly affected my thinking to some degree.
Yeah. And some bugs actually wind up in at least one of your stories. Tell us about a story where some pests are in it.
Um, it's a story about a breakfast, and a son discovers an amazing ability of his mother, and involving flies. And so he's a little startled at the outcome of the encounter with the flies.
Mhm. And can you tell us a little bit more without giving away too much?
Um, it's kind of a unique setting. Apparently, he wasn't very close to his mother in terms of having breakfast, and he finds it an interesting experience, one that he's not likely to forget.
Yeah, exactly. And I think most of your stories produce experiences that the people involved won't likely to forget them soon. What's your favorite story in the book?
Uh, that's a hard one. I have two or three that I really like. I like The Old Man in the Woods. Um, Probably that's the one I like the best. Uh, but the story of Pardon Me, that one also I like, especially because there was a lot of me involved in that story.
Mm. Tell us a little bit or give us an overview of The Old Man in the Woods.
Well, a couple starts off trying to be artists and going out into the northern woods of Michigan for solitude where they can be creative and so on. but things start to go bad, and soon the old man is by himself. And while he's a very good artist, he can create terrifically accurate animal life of the area. He is thwarted in achieving greatness in his art, but he discovers by accident a remarkable clay that changes his life because of what he can do with it.
Yeah. Your stories almost have in a way like a Twilight Zone feel to them in a way, like these very strange twists and this little dive of imagination. Have you ever thought about that at all? It's a little bit like Rod Serling-esque.
Oh yeah, Twilight Zone used to be one of my favorite programs.
Yeah. Well, it's a good inspiration to have because it was one of the greatest shows ever written, and so your book is in good company for sure. One of the things that had to have shaped your worldview a little bit is your time in the Peace Corps. Tell us a little bit about your experiences in Malaysia and how that shaped you as a person and as a writer.
Well, as I had said previously, I learned a terrific amount. It increased my knowledge of the world in general, and I learned things that I never expected that I would learn. Uh, I'm not sure how I applied that perspective in the writing, but I think it did give me an extra bit of depth, authenticity, I believe, because of the things that I saw and experienced.
Yeah. What drew you to join the Peace Corps?
We have to go back to Ronald Reagan when he became president. I had looked at teaching, and at that time there was a glut on the market of teachers,
Hmm.
and so there were no jobs available. The draft had been reinstated, and my draft number was 43,
Wow.
which meant I was highly likely to be drafted.
Yeah.
And no one in my family was encouraging me to stick around for it. And at the time, Peace Corps was a viable alternative
Hmm.
for the duration year that I would be in the Peace Corps, and I would still be liable for the draft upon leaving.
Hmm.
But I always had an imagination and a desire to see new lands, fascinated with maps, and Borneo especially was really interesting.
Hmm. Were you in Malaysia the whole time? Where were you stationed?
I was stationed in East Malaysia on Borneo in the state of Sarawak,
Hmm.
and I traveled through the eastern part, Singapore, and through Indonesia and Sumatra. All really exciting places.
And what kind of work did you do there?
I was teaching students who were becoming primary school teachers.
Mhm.
The situation in Malaysia at the time was that if your school was in a town, you didn't have any issues with getting food and so on. But for schools that were out in the Ulu, as they referred to it, the distant lands, um, each school would get 2 bags of rice for
Hmm.
the month, and then everything else they had to eat. The school had to figure out how to do it. Where is it coming from? And
Hmm.
so gardening and raising livestock were two important things at the college where I was teaching.
Yeah. Survival for yourself, was that difficult? Did you get ill while you were there? Was there enough food for you? I mean, you're going to impoverished areas. That means you're dealing with some deplorable conditions at times too, I'd imagine, right?
Yes, one thing I discovered, um, I would have killed for a hamburger about 3 months into this. And fortunately, there was a fast food joint in Singapore that I learned about and was able to track down. So, um, otherwise, well, right now I weigh around about 250. When I got out of the Peace Corps, I was weighing 149.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing. You went in weighing 250 and you left weighing 149?
yeah.
You lost 100 pounds,
Yeah, well,
more or
not quite
less?
100 at the time. It was more like 60,
50?
70 pounds.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah. Like I said, it's tough to survive on just rice. That should be the slogan or something. Man does not live by rice alone. You need some protein there, right?
oh yes,
Yeah,
certainly.
absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about your writing career.
Uh, the first time I really wrote anything was like when I was a junior in high school.
Mhm.
My first story was about an ant lion, the larval stage, and how it was locating a new home. And the teacher said that it gave her the shivers when she read it. And I started attempting other stories at the time. I tried to send a story off to a science fiction magazine. They turned it down because it didn't have enough gadgets and
Mm,
technology in it. Um, I didn't really do much in the way of writing, but I did take a free university course at Michigan State,
mhm,
and that taught me a few things. And then from there, I just started accumulating these stories in my head.
mm,
And some of them I would write out late at night after the kids have gone to bed and so on.
mhm.
And then a year ago, I decided if I was going to do anything with them, I had to do it now.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. So this is basically a collection of your life's work. You've been writing these stories for years, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, it shows because the stories are very well thought out, and very unique and very entertaining. Are there lessons that you want people to take away from this, morals or anything like that? What do you hope after somebody's done turning that last page? What do you hope sticks with them?
That they've enjoyed the ride.
Yeah.
And that I don't know, I've never been one to really focus on trying to get morals out. If people find them, that's great.
Yeah.
The story, pardon me, uh, my son was listening into a conversation, and someone asked me, "Well, what's that story about?" And I just tried to tell them, and my son piped up, "Dad, that's not what it's about." So
Yeah,
everybody
it's
has
like
their own
beauty. Beauty is
interpretation.
in the eye of the beholder. Everybody takes something different out of everything they read. So you might have one intention, somebody might see something else, but they certainly are
Mhm.
entertaining. Like I said, much like the Twilight Zone itself. So wonderful. You working on anything else? You still writing your short stories?
Yes, I've got another batch that are due to come out pretty much any day now.
Awesome. And what will
And
be the title of that collection?
what if, comma, two,
Okay.
TOO.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Excellent. The name of the book we've been focusing on today is called What If? It is a captivating short story collection that proves the extraordinary is often hiding right in plain sight. Joe, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time, your insight, and the wonderful work on this book. And we're looking forward to the second book because I'm sure it's just as wonderful. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.